What's that? Traveling through the tunnels, farting and eating children? Why, it's Wandering Monster! Roll initiative!
Why, hello there, and welcome to Wandering Monster, America's test table, where we don't just playtest games, no. We stress test them. I am John Baltusberger.
I'm Bridget Brave.
I'm Kevin Welch. Ah, damn it.
You know, it was better than that other incident that we had. I'm Mr. Paschke, and with us tonight...
I'm Kevin Welch. And
Kevin, you already win!
You can't get your words out. I'm sorry.
Kevin, you no longer get to be joining us tonight. You're a cast member, baby.
Yeah, I know.
That's funny. All right.
Billy Blue's joining us. Goddamn.
Hi.
Hi, Billy.
My name is Billy. I'm the designer of the game we're going to be playing tonight, the designer and artist. So, and I'm GMing tonight, so I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
Now, those of you who are not assholes will remember that Billy was on my show, Randomly Generated Encounters. Those of you who have never seen it, you're the assholes. Jokes aside, Billy, we played your game once, kind of when it was in beta, during its Kickstarter, and then that night we played another game that was also in Kickstarter, Ziggurat of the Blood God. So tonight we are eschewing other people's games and focusing on TLDRPG. I remember how tickled I was when I realized that it flowed into TLDR, because I am not bright. But here we are, a magical world. That's not my usual intro. My usual intro waxes and wanes through some esoterica bullshit before I finally get to announcing the game, but not tonight. As I am as multiple members of our cast are sickly and weak, but also, dare I say it, that our sickness is making us even sexier. With that knowledge, you can guess and fill out a poll in the chat of which of us you think is sick and ergo is sexier than usual. Friends, we are here tonight to play TLD. Billy, why don't you tell us a little bit about the game before we introduce our characters?
All right. Well, this game is first off designed to be kind of straight to the point, very no fuss, just kind of get right to the fun and the action. And it's designed to be accessible. So that was really important to me from the beginning. And I kind of want to create a game where anyone can join in and have fun and just kind of make the game their own. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Nice.
I like it.
I think you're muted, John. Should we just leave John muted all night?
I think we should.
Where's the
Absolutely.
I never finished that GIF.
So as I kind of mentioned, last time we did this, we were playing Ziggurat of the Blood God. Tonight, we don't know what we're doing. I mean, Billy knows what we're doing. But what is probably a little on par for us Wandering Monsters, we have no idea what we're doing. So with that in mind, Mr. Paschke, as our resident Charles of the night,
Well,
you get to tell us about your character first.
all right. So, since I am this is going to be weird being called Charles. Like, I'm not at work.
That was the only time I'm doing it, I promise.
Okay, thank God.
Unless you get in trouble later.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so I am playing let me see, I had a voice earlier and then my wife said I was being too loud and it was going to wake the baby. So I had to stop.
Speaking of,
John's going to wake the baby with my talking.
all right, we'll join the professionals.
All right, so my name is Jasper Malor of the Star Path. I am a wizard. I have a long beard and a long pipe, and I can read runes. It's a delightful thing to do for me. That's all I got for now. I'm a wizard. I will tell you more as I feel it's appropriate, not when you want it.
Perfect.
To the point, Alec.
All right, I'll go
Usually,
next.
okay, great.
I usually go after the other Charles. Gosh, now we're all going to call him Charles all night. It's going to ruin everything. It's just going to be
Oh, I
annoying.
hate it. It's
All right,
gross.
I already
just
hate
say Mr. Paschke. Just
Mr.
get it.
Paschke.
There you
Mr.
go.
Paschke.
There you
Okay.
go. Thank you.
So I am a Seema Void. And, you know, I've got some stuff going on. Who's asking? Why are you asking? It's none of your business, really. I've got some things. I have a very specific set of skills, let's say, that will help during this mission. And don't worry about how. It will become relevant when it needs to.
I'm playing Drishratesh, the Bloody Fist. He's big, not very smart. He's got a bloody fist, and he gets his point across. His bloody fist.
I need you to say it as blood fist.
Yeah.
Blood fist. Yeah, there we go.
That's
That's
all
what I
right.
needed. That's the juice.
Sorry.
Speaking of juice, I am the venerable Archbishop Heliot, Duke of Weston Shire Sauce. It's a real place. It's not one that I made up. It is meaningful. We have rich customs, mostly involving sourdough bread and the lustful joining of man and yeast. Our faith, and by our faith I mean your faith and my faith, as any other faith, is a travesty, a heresy, and not very sexy, as the kids say. Other faiths are, in fact, cringe. I'm here to guide these hellacious acolytes through the mist of unknowledge to being holy and venerable as myself. I won't remember fucking shit of that.
But it sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded great. Everybody writing this down, huh?
Oh,
I have the name written down.
No.
Hey, Mr. Paschke, could you remind me what the name I just said is?
Duke Haloit of Worcestershire Sauceburg, which is a
Worcestershire
real
sauce.
town.
Yeah.
A very real town, yes.
That's part of
Oh,
it. That's
awesome.
part of the name of the town.
I assure you, this is a real town.
It's on the map. We're real, I promise. We
They
are
got tired.
not a tax loophole that the
Yeah.
Archbishop created on a whim.
There's no way a map making company would have just put that in there as a way of, finding out if someone was duplicating their maps for profit. It's not a paper town.
That was oddly
Good. All of
specific.
this is very good.
Yeah.
You sound like you have experience, yeah.
Look,
Now, I want to point out real quick. Generally speaking, we do stress test games, and Ian's ability to manage his blood pressure. Tonight, we are stress testing Billy's patience with us knuckle chucks.
hmm
That's fine. I have all the
Godspeed.
patience in the world.
Speed Billy.
All right.
you asked us for you to be here, right?
Yeah, I asked for this. So.
Yeah. You're welcome.
You can only blame yourself.
That's right.
True.
All right. Well, we have our party. I like it. So, the reason why you guys have all gathered together is that the local township, who is rumored to have been feuding with the Worcestershire Kingdom,
Oh.
their baron has summoned the best adventurers he could find on such short notice, because his son has been kidnapped. He has been kidnapped by the Goblin King.
David Bowie.
So exactly.
I never trusted that son of a bitch.
I
How
mean,
dare you? He's a national idol.
we
You know
might
what's
not
funny?
rescue the kid, but
You know what's funny is after looking at this, writing this adventure and looking at it for so many hours, I never once thought of that reference,
Oh shoot.
and now that's stuck in my head.
you're
Now it's
welcome.
all you're going to be able to think about.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
there's a cod piece involved.
I was gonna say, do we have to
Exactly.
rescue the codpiece as well?
You do. That's a
You know
side
it,
quest.
baby.
Yeah, that's a side quest. The sun is actually a side quest. The cod piece is the main quest.
Writing down
So-
codpiece.
Yeah. So-
Rolling a cod piece.
You guys have been tasked with going into the goblin nest and retrieving alive the Baron's son. Because as part of a traditional goblin birthday celebration, which is happening tonight, the Baron's son will be served as the main course of the dinner. So get in there, get the kid, get out, all before dinner time.
Okay.
All right.
How
All right.
old is the child?
I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Old enough to know better.
Guys, we are so lucky that Plum did not play tonight because she would have eaten that kid.
Oh.
I mean, I haven't ruled it out yet. Before dinner time means like right up to the cutoff point / the carving point / the kid is pulled baby.
You have to return with hopefully a full person. So
That seems really specific and kind of rude.
Like when you say full
Depending
person,
on-
like all the pieces, or
Billy-
do they have to be connected?
Billy, have you ever been to a hog roast?
I have not. But the Baron was very specific. He wants an intact heir. All right.
Do we know the kid's name?
Sure,
Codpiece,
just
got it.
Codpiece. There you go.
I
Little
was
baby
gonna throw out
Codpiece.
Toby.
Well, Codpiece Junior. Codpiece
Oh,
Junior. You know, of
Oh,
course.
okay. So the cod piece is his family name.
Ah,
Exactly. All right. So you guys have been traveling for the last few days because the Goblin celebration lasts for a week. You got here on the very last, afternoon of the very last day, and you emerge from the woods and you find probably the most beautiful glade you've seen. There's sunlight streaming in, and there's butterflies floating over the green grass, and there's even a waterfall splashing down, and there's a river going in front of you. And then just beyond that, you can see there's a big stone wall, and right in the middle of it is the entrance to the Goblin Cave.
it can't be that easy.
Let's proceed. You guys have just come out of the woods and caught first sight of the entrance to the Goblin Cave.
Big guy, go in. Just go in, announce yourself, yell surprise.
Oh, yeah, all right. And I'll head towards the
hold on.
entrance. Oh, wait, what?
Sorry, I had to roll the name of my god real quick, so I knew who I was worshiping. Hold on, we must seek the blessing of Akdur first. Look at the glade around us. Look at the bounty of nature, and frankly, I think we all need to take a minute and tithe. He kind of holds out his hand expectantly to Akdur for leading us to the goblins so quickly. Fucking heresy.
High five. And I slap his hand and I head towards the hole or the entrance.
Akdur, god of jealousy, master of all pissant and petty actions, we beseech thee to kick these goblins right in their heretical junk and rescue young codpiece that we may be gifted thine precious golden actual codpieces for our holy rites. Amen. That's right, I'm a critic of Akdur, the god of jealousy and pettiness.
I like that. He was the god that was always picked last at kickball.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's
He'll
the god
show
I both
them.
wanted and deserved.
Yeah. All right, so I think Bloodfist is striding towards the entrance. Is anyone else following, or are we just kind of hanging
Yeah,
back?
I'm going to make a jerking off motion with my hand at the cleric and then head after Bloodfist.
Very good. All right. So you splash through this beautiful stream, and there's even like little green fish kind of jumping out, sparkling in the sunlight. And as you get closer to the goblin cave entrance, you notice a few sloppily constructed wooden barricades. So not very strong, but very sharp and pointy.
I would like to grab the barricade by the sharp and pointing parts so that it's not poking me, and I would like to move it out of the way.
All right. As you do that, you grab it. It's not that heavy, and you're a big beefy boy.
Yeah.
You start moving it. As soon as you do, you realize you have just uncovered a pile of sleeping goblins. They were supposed to be on goblin guard duty, but they were actually sleeping in a little dog pile behind the barricade.
I'm gonna look back at everybody. Shh, the little ones are asleep.
And actually, when you say that, one of them starts to perk up.
I'll just bop them
Step
on the
on
head.
his
Go back to
head.
sleep.
Blood fist.
Wait,
Blood fist to the head.
are they?
You know what?
They're underneath a wooden barricade. Is that correct?
They're behind it, but yeah.
Cool. My friend, come here. I motion for
Blood
Blood
fist.
fist.
Bloodfist. Thank you. I motion for Bloodfist to come towards me.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna
when
walk
he
over
st-
with the barricade still in hand.
No. Put the barricade back.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, smart.
Okay, now I'm going to cast Burn on the barricade.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Shit.
I believe that would cost me 1 mana, and it's tell me if I'm wrong here, Mr. Game Creator, God as it were. Can I catch the entire barricade on fire and also the goblins? That's what I want to do.
I see. Yeah, you can do that. I would say you can, if they're close enough together, it'll just kind of all hit at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And you know what? They're just a bunch of sleeping nothings, and that's just a pile of wood. So I would say you don't even have to roll for this. This is an easy one. So why don't you? Let me see. I need to bring something up here.
Can he roll for like morality or the nightmares he's going to have of goblins screaming in the fire as they burn to death?
I'm a wizard.
Oh.
Do you think this is the first
No,
pile
no,
of
you are.
goblins I've caught on fire?
You are absolutely correct, sir.
That's a good point. So yeah, go ahead and roll me 1d3, and that will determine how much damage it does. I'm just going to say it's an auto success for the spell. You're just determining the damage.
That is a 1.
Oh, okay. So you have successfully awakened the goblins, that's for sure. They all spring up and shouting goblin gibberish, as they do. We'll say that one of them, who was on the very top of the pile, he caught the worst of it. So he kind of runs off a few feet and then just, and that's it for him. The other 3, they got singed, but not quite badly as burned. So they each take a little damage, and you now have their full attention, and they are not happy. Just gonna jump right into it. Everybody, roll me initiative, and that is 1d6, and you add your spirit score.
6.
And that's a 6 total.
Yes.
5.
I got three.
Who rolled a 6? I'm sorry.
I got a 6.
Okay, Pashki.
Yep.
All right, and Kevin, you got a 5.
I got a 5, yes.
I
Okay.
also got a 5.
Ooh, nice.
I got a 3.
Woo!
All right. All right. In that case, Mr. Pashki, you can go first.
All right, so I have burned them slightly.
tell me whereabouts you are in relation to the scene.
Oh,
In fact, hold on, please.
I'm trying to stand as far away from the actual action as possible. Why would I get my own personal hands dirty if I can help it? I thought the fire was going to be an easy fix for this situation. Clearly, not.
As wizards usually do.
Yeah. Blood pack is passive. I can't. I'm already at full health, so that wouldn't help me. I don't need to resurrect anything. I'm just gonna cast burn again on the burning things.
I don't know if it's marked on your character sheet. What kind of a weapon do you have?
I believe I have a wand.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a rune staff. Weight 2, damage 3.
Okay, great. So the way that some magic weapons work, and this is specifically for characters like yours, who usually aren't swinging a sword or anything.
Right.
Your wizard staff can actually count as a medium weapon, and you can cast a ranged attack with it if you like.
Okay, I would like to do that.
So it's a ranged magic attack, and it's for. You said you have a staff, right? So it's going to be a little bit bigger. So we'll say that's a medium weapon, so it'll do 3 damage.
Okay.
It doesn't cost any. It doesn't cost any like mana to use it, even though it's a kind of a magic-based thing. It's just basically like think of it like firing a bow, but with you're hitting them with a stick. So that way you have a little more versatility.
Nice. All right. So
yeah. You want to give that one a shot?
Yeah, sure. So what do we need to roll then? The die for
you roll mind.
Mind. Fantastic.
Yeah, because you are making a magic attack.
So that's 4. So 4 dice total.
Oh wow, you have 4 mind. Nice.
Yeah. Or wait, no, yeah, 4 mind.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, sounds good. And you're looking for 1/6, a single 6. Sorry.
So my lack of a single 6. If I add 2 of my dice together, it would equal a 6.
That sounds good to me. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, that does sound good. Maybe that'll be in TLD 2.0.
Okay, so nothing for me.
So yeah, they're just too erratic and they're jumping all around, and you're a little too far. So your legally distinct magic missile just goes off a little bit and doesn't quite hit. But your original immolation that you cast was before the battle started, so I kind of counted it as a surprise attack. So since each person gets 2 actions per combat round, that was your first action. You have another thing you can do if you like, whether it's move, attack, dodge, parry, whatever you like.
So if I were to go with dodge, basically, if they try to attack me, I'm preemptively dodging it.
It gives you a +1 to your attempt to dodge. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bank a
If you
dodge.
are far enough away, you might not have to worry about it, but that's completely up to you.
I mean, it's early. I am a wizard, and I can let everyone else do the dirty work. That's not my place.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to get too squishy too soon, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right, cool. So dodge, you just kind of declare it, and if someone is going to do a ranged attack on you or an attack on you next turn, we'll apply that 1d to your attempt to evade them.
You have to yell dodge when you do it.
I just yell it. Dodge!
Very important. Very important.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Actually, next in the order is the goblins. And I think that Mr. Bloodfist was the only one that was in melee range, right?
Yeah.
And then everyone else was kind of back in the same area. All right, well, goblins are nothing if not opportunistic. So they are just going to try to go straight for you, Mr. Bloodfist. Goblin number 1. Oh, and let me see. Just as a cool little thing. I don't know how well all the viewers are going to be able to see this, but an illustration in the book of what the goblins look like.
Ooh.
So they're very handsome fellows. And this is by guest artist Michael Harmon. So
Nice.
You did a real fantastic job with that. Actually, there's a ton of goblins in this book, so they have a bunch of different looks, but I like that one best. All right. So you have a trio of angry, smoking goblins, and they are coming for leather. All right. The first one is actually going to just straight up try to jump on your like torso and try to bite you right on the face.
Come on, uppies.
Yeah.
Uppies.
So, and you know what? In fact, he because goblins are usually only about 2 to 3 feet tall. They're pretty small, and you're pretty big. So
Yeah.
I'm picturing one goblin does like the all fours, and the other goblin gets on his back and then jumps on you.
I got you. Team effort.
So yeah, a little trampoline action. All right, so he is going to attempt to bite you, and when you're evading an attack, you can do 2 things. If you're going to physically try to stop it, like block it with a shield or something like that, you would roll body. If you want to try to evade it or be kind of dexterous, then you would use spirit. I imagine this would be body, but you know, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do body. I don't have a shield, but I'll probably try to just block him with my forearm or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
So 4 dice. I've got a
if
4
your
in
body
body.
is 4. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
And you're looking for a 6.
No 6s.
No
1, 2,
6.
3, and 4.
Yeah. He was too quick for you. So he gets a good bite. Do you happen to be wearing any armor?
I am. I'm wearing hide armor and armor rating 4, I guess is what it says.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. So it's when you do take damage, it's your choice. You can either take the damage or you can scratch off a point of your armor and it will soak all the damage from that one source.
Oh, we're gonna soak it.
Yeah. Goblins, this goblin only does 1 point of damage, so I don't know if Big Beefy will look that or take it, but it's up to you.
No, I'll take that. I can take the point of damage. I'm gonna keep my armor up.
Okay. Yeah. All right, sounds good. And the other 2 goblins are actually going to do a little maneuver where one of them is going to bear hug you right around the knees.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third goblin is actually going to try to grab you like by the hair backwards and pull you backwards. So they're trying to knock you down so that you're more vulnerable on the next round.
Oh, cool.
So,
I hate them.
yeah, they're vicious. That I'm counting basically both of those moves as one combo attack. So if you give me one roll, you can try to avoid that one attack.
Okay. And that's a body roll as well.
Yeah, let's do body.
My dice
All
hate me
right.
tonight.
Down you go, my friend. All right. So you didn't take any damage on that one, but you are now lying prone with 3 goblins attached to you. And
This tickles. I don't like it.
all right, and next up in the order is Kevin. No, wait. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me. Okay.
Yeah, you.
Well, I still have one on me, right?
Mhm.
Then I have one wrapped around my legs, and then the other one had pulled me by the hair. I would like to take the one that's on me and hit the one at my legs with him.
Nice.
So I want to use him as a
nice.
yeah.
I like that.
So that's body.
Yeah, that's
then-
body. I'm
so
just
I
counting it as a melee attack.
And I need 2 of them for crit dice, right?
So the way the crits work is 2 of your dice in any dice pool that you roll are going to be your crit dice.
Okay.
So they're not in addition to, they just are 2 of
Right.
your dice, a specific pair. And you know what? Since it's so easy for you to grab one and it's so easy for you to read one you're hitting, go ahead and add 1 die to that because this is a pretty easy one for you.
Okay.
So just add an extra die.
All right. That is 2 6s, but not on the crit.
All right, very good. So this is easy for you. Yeah, you grab them and you just wonk them right across the head, and it knocks the guy who was on your knees. It knocks him several feet away.
Perfect.
And now you have an improvised weapon in your hand. So you have 1 more action left.
Can I swing back and try to hit the one that pulled me by the hair?
Sure can. Yeah, give me
All right.
another roll. This one is going to be without the extra, because you're kind of doing that.
Gotcha. Ooh, I got a 1 on the crit die.
Okay, but what was on the other crit die? Not a 6 or a 1.
No.
Okay, cool. All right, that's just a regular failure, so that's okay. Not too bad. We'll say you know what? He slips out of your grip on accident, so you actually just launch him several feet, like backwards.
Like back towards the party?
I'm assuming that they were facing like kind of perpendicular, so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, and Bridget, Miss
Yes.
Asima
So
boy.
I am going to try to get closer so I can use my crazy jagged scimitar on one of these
Ooh.
goblins.
All right.
Now let's see. That one is a 4d6 for attack, and I did get 1 6.
All right.
Beauty.
Yeah. Which one would you like to attack?
Let's go for feetsy.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. How much damage does your scimitar do?
So my
Or what kind of
scimitar,
weapon is it?
it's a medium weapon, damage 3.
All right. Cool. Actually, with that and the burning that he took earlier, yeah, that's a 1-hit kill for you.
Woohoo!
So yeah, you slice him and he goes right down. Yeah. All right. And you still have one more action.
Even though I moved first.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I did.
You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Mr. B,
I mean,
you
I'll
are
take
up.
an extra action.
The Archbishop reaches down and whips off his robes, revealing that this old weird man is totally yoked and wearing like full battle plate, including like he reaches up on him, slams down a tower shield and lifts a flaming mace.
Oh, nice.
That just
Nice.
like covered in like blue and purple flame into the air. None of this is all cosmetic, by the way, but the god of jealousy is like specializes in making people like, oh fuck, I want that mace.
Got that
Totally makes
transmog.
sense. I like that.
So it
Yeah.
has like a bonus to make people envious.
Yeah.
And so he kind of wades forward now, completely like now that he has done his mecha transformation, and begins shouting holy litanies of pettiness as he brings his mace down on the knees of the goblin holding the other goblin up.
Oh wow. All right.
So he's
Go
like,
ahead.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a body roll, please.
And let's see here. My mace,
Mhm.
there it is, says I get a roll 46 for attack.
Is it because of your body score or what's?
It just says my body score is 2.
Mhm.
But it says on my character sheet, medium weapon, weight 2, damage 3, roll 46 for attack.
I think that's something Ian added for you,
Okay.
but you know what? I like it, so go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is no successes.
No, really?
Yeah, no successes.
You know, maybe you took so much time posturing and posing that he was just like not surprised at all, and he just kind of stepped back. You know,
That's-
he's like,
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
I have a second move.
Yep,
So
yep.
as he's like, you know, being a little cunt about it,
Yeah.
I'm going to like he steps back. I'm like, okay, then I'm going to upswing on the reverse.
Nice.
And nope, no successes.
Oh wow.
Brutal.
Wow. All right. I
But
think
I
maybe
look cool.
you
That's
do.
the
I
important thing.
Mhm.
I think you put all your points into cool and none of them into actual
So
bashing of things.
I am a good cleric of
Jealousy.
Actor, the god of jealousy. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Back up to the top is Mr. Pashke.
Fantastic. Okay,
Jasper.
so I have not really dodged some sounds of it.
Yeah. The dodge, I'll just say, it can kind of just sit there until it's actually needed. We don't have to like keep concentrating it on or anything. We'll remember and we'll keep it off to the side.
But if I
Roll
do
forward.
both of my actions towards more dodges, I'm
Mhm,
untouchable.
go- So you want to like try to stack dodges? Is that what you're
Can I
saying?
stack dodges?
Dodge does not stack.
Well,
Yeah.
fine. Okay. Then how many goblins are left? We've killed 2.
Yeah, there's only the one left.
It's only the one left.
Yeah.
These guys have got it. Are you sure I can't just stack dodge? I will do another not magic missile at the sole surviving goblin.
All right, cool. Give me a roll, please.
All right, come on, kill it. Hey, look, there's a 6, and it's not on one of my
Nice.
colored dice that you said would be
It
the.
doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. Well, I got the 1 6.
All right, yeah. You know, so entranced by these like purple flames coming off of this yoked old paladin that he doesn't even see it coming, and you just blast him right, and he just goes down in a smoking heap.
So that's 2.
And that's the
for me,
last goblin for the entrance. You keeping score? I like that. Yeah.
and 1 for. I'll also take
Let's
that
just
other
say-
point if that's okay.
He's gonna claim your kill, Bloodfist.
No. I'm gonna pick myself up and dust myself off.
I believe it was teamwork
Yeah. I like to
that
think that
made
Bloodfist.
this, that made it the dream work.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
You're here for motivational purposes, aren't you? Not actual
am.
fighting. Yeah, I like that. All right, cool. So you cleared out that tiny little guard group in front. How would you like to proceed?
Should we keep going or?
I call it a day.
Yeah, just,
No, yeah.
our work here is
You know
done.
what?
Yeah, I'll just.
I don't like these little guys. Codpiece? Yeah.
I mean,
What has
whatever.
Codpiece ever done for us?
Yeah, pass. Just-
Yeah, hard
maybe
pass.
one of these goblins was codpiece. I don't know.
Human
Pick one of
children
them.
often do look like goblins. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. But going by the Monty Python rule of how to tell if someone is royalty, Codpiece doesn't have any shit on him, so you haven't seen him yet.
Mm,
Yeah.
All right. I guess go in the hole.
Yep,
All right.
going in the hole.
Going in the hole. Everyone following, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So as you approach the mouth of the cave, it's very, very dim. And it takes your eyes a minute to adjust. And you're hit with the foul smell of goblin habitation. They're not the cleanest of beasts. And you also can hear from just around the corner, because the tunnel from the cave, it kind of just bends around a little bit. You can hear angry voices. Sounds like a couple of goblins maybe having some kind of an argument or something. You hear some kind of angry voices and the crackle of firewood.
They don't sound happy over there.
Does it sound like they're cooking a child?
It does not.
Okay.
There are no child cooking noises.
Okay. So I in my skill have runes. Can I divine where codpiece is? Can I feel out where the codpiece would be in this cave?
I think that if you had some runes or symbols to try to decipher, that might work, but just based on you're not seeing anything that your knowledge could apply to, I don't think. Not yet.
So if I
Do
took
you
the
have a
bird,
bag of runes?
could I read the bones of the goblin that we killed?
Oh, you want to take the time to debone a goblin and try to cast some bones?
I mean-
Yes.
I mean, okay, let me rephrase. I know that you would like to do that,
Yes.
just because, but if that's what you want to do, I mean,
Yeah.
knowing what you know about goblin caves and homes, he's definitely in there somewhere in like a side tunnel or something. They're not they're not gonna put him under a secret trapdoor hidden behind a thing on top of a thing. It's like he's probably going to be sitting in a dirty corner, you know?
Okay.
But it's, of course, up to you.
Do you all mind if I just for just one moment, one second, just a jiffy here, and I start to.
I would be furious if you did not.
You sure? As I'm ripping open the sternum of a goblin to get to its rib cage, I'll need some of those. I'll need the toes as well. Goblins don't wear shoes. That's somehow makes it harder to get the cartilage off. There we go. Got some toe bones and Macy, Mr. Macy Murdoch. I need 3 pieces of the skull. Can you come and just there? Can you take and hit it here? Right there.
Bloodfist looks confused. Here.
He said
No.
mace.
No. All right.
Duke.
This is for dodging my attack. I channel my pettiness into my strike and shatter that skull like a big boy.
I take out 3 pieces and I add them to my collection of goblin bones. So, do we think I have enough, or should I keep going?
Keep going.
I think you have plenty.
I was gonna turn the corpse into like a turducken situation with other smaller goblins we find inside the cave. So
I
it's
like
up to
that.
you.
Yeah, I like that. Kind of a Goblin Wellington situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that. You guys can stand here and dismember goblins as long as you want. I'm just the DM.
So I recently was on the internets and I saw a video where someone was talking about owl bears and how they leave pellets. And owls leave pellets because they're regurgitating the bones of their prey. And basically, if you had a necromancer that just like followed around an owl bear long enough, you would have pocket-sized things to reanimate dead with. And
That's cool.
you know, I really appreciate the little not TikTok thing on Instagram. I don't know who made it because I forget things. But yeah, somehow I found it relevant. Anyways, so I would like to divine the bones to see where Codpiece is, hoping that these goblins will tell me. So that would be mine.
Okay, before you roll,
Yes.
what exactly are you trying to get? I mean, you can't get like a map or anything. So what is it that what kind of information are you looking for?
So if I can't get a map, can I get like
From a mechanical point of view, can we get advantage on rolls regarding navigating the cave?
You know what? I like that. Yeah. Your runiness, I think, is going to come in handy in a more of a navigational sense instead of a X marks the spot sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe it'll be like if you specifically want to later try to figure out, like, do we go this way or that way? Maybe you'll kind of get a feeling of, you know, a Gandalf thing, like, oh, always follow your nose this way. It smells fresher, kind of a thing, you know?
Okay. Just like Toucan Sam finding the Fruit Loops.
There you go.
Is
There
Toucan
you
a
go.
modern reinterpretation of Gandalf?
I mean,
It is now.
did he lead
Oh, maybe.
Lucky to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory to destroy I'm really trying here. It's
The
not
one
working.
breaker.
You know what?
Yeah.
With how many special features there are on the Lord of the Rings bonus DVDs, that probably is in there somewhere.
All right, so would it be my mind plus the plus 1d1 to the rune skill? So
Yeah,
5
sure.
total.
Sure.
Okay, I like this. Come on. You know, that is 1-6.
That's good enough for me. All right.
Also almost 2, but then the other one fell over.
Ah. Yeah, that works. That works for me. I like it.
Okay, awesome.
All right, so we'll just say that from now on, as you're navigating, you're going to have a 1D advantage when you're trying to figure out, like, do I go this way or that way, kind of a thing.
Okay.
All right. So now that we have deboned a goblin, how would you guys like to proceed?
should we navigate the cave? We have a 1D advantage on that now.
Yeah, we should probably
Yeah,
do that.
all of
Yeah,
them.
that's.
Well, as you guys are standing right now, you're pretty much just at the very ends of the cave, and there's just one path leading in kind of around a corner, and you can hear the goblins and see a small firelight glow, and that's about it for now.
I just want to point out that I've started a prediction in the chat for this. You can predict on whether or not we will save a codpiece. The answers are yes, no, and a third, what I think probably pretty likely option.
Yeah, it was the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm curious.
Right?
We'll see what happens.
So I've got great news, guys. We can I think we can just go straight here.
Yeah.
We could leave the cave.
That's also an option, yeah.
All right, well, let's go in. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go into this cave.
Heading forward.
All right. I'm assuming Mr. Bloodfist is in the lead. So as he rounds this corner, he sees a small cavern, and right in front of you, around the corner, you see two goblins, and they're each sitting on a giant glowing toadstool as a chair, and in between them is like a barrel, like an overturned barrel, and they seem to be arguing over something. It looks like they're playing like a little game, like stacking rocks or something, and one of them is arguing like, "Oh, you," that kind of a thing. So they're arguing intensely with each other. They haven't noticed you yet. The room is kind of haphazardly stacked with like boxes and crates. Looks like old loot or something. In the corner, there's a small campfire, and there's a few like of those tiny green fish from the river, and there's a string going through the gills, and they're kind of roasting them over the fire. And then in another corner, you can see what looks like a wolf, and he has a rope around his neck, and it's kind of driven with a stick into the ground, and he's sleeping on his little place next to the fire. And unless you want to venture in more and take another peek, that's about all you can see from where you are, because I'm assuming you're not just striding into the middle of the room. You're kind of being a little bit cautious at least.
But we all can see this, or do I need to relay the information?
Fine. You tell them, yeah.
Should I go in there and kill him?
You're just gonna kill. I got a better idea. Yeah. I'm gonna cast Strange Whispers on Kevin over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna read Strange Whispers just so everyone else knows exactly how it works.
I've also
All right, Strange Whispers. For 1 hour, the target may communicate with an animal, spirit, unholy creature, or fluently use a foreign language. So, I'm guessing you're casting like a spell so that he can understand Gobbish.
Bridget, were you whispering? Were you humming "Careless Whispers"?
Yes.
I like that. Yeah.
Now I want him to talk to this wolf. Maybe we can get this wolf on our side.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And you're picking the most eloquent member of the party too. I like that.
Yeah, I want to see how this goes.
All right. Well, the spell Strange Whispers, that's an easy one. He's your friend. He's not resisting at all. So yeah, I'm gonna say the spell goes through without a hitch. Mark off one mana for the use of it though. And Mr. Bloodfist, for the next hour, you can now communicate fluently with a wolf.
Oh, that tickled. Excuse me, Mr. Puppy Dog. You're cute. What? Why are you tied up?
Okay, two things. One, the wolf looks confused as shit. He definitely understands you. But he's like, And he gives you a little kind of growl that translates to like, these guys keep me locked up so I can attack people like you. And then at the same moment, since you're literally standing in the room growling, both of the goblins stop what they're doing and go, huh? And they look confused as shit also.
You two shut up. I'm talking to the dog. No, listen. I'm a friend. Bloodfist. I'm a friend of yours. I mean, do you really want to attack me, or do you want to hang out with these little guys?
And you know what? He says, he kind of bows his head like this, and he says, I recognize a fellow hunter, but if I don't eat you, I don't eat. And he starts growling at you.
So, I was like, oh, hang on. In my inventory, I have a small pot of goose grease, whatever the hell that means. It says, are you sure? I mean, it smells like corpse grease to me, whatever. If I pull this little pot out, I was like, I have some food. I mean, after this, we can go get an elk or something. I mean, I'll give you scritches. We'll, we could be homies or whatever. I mean, but I mean, just for now.
We can't understand what he's saying, right?
No.
You notice?
All we know is he's got a jar of goose grease out for some reason.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's happening.
And
Are you going to fuck the wolf?
I'm gonna look back. I'm like, no.
this is goose grease, not wolf grease.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's like lube is lube.
Yeah.
And as I'm doing this, I'm walking towards the wolf with the little pot of goose grease out, and completely disregarding the goblins right now. So,
All right. So what are you actually proposing to the wolf?
I am proposing that if he's on our side,
Wait,
and helps
you gotta
us,
say it in wolfish character.
First off, what's your name, bud?
He says, I'm a fucking wolf. I don't have a name.
Can I give you a name? How about Max? Max sound like a good name for a wolf?
He's wagging his tail.
Do you want some of this goose grease? Yeah. When was the last time you ate? Are they not feeding you? No. Okay.
They feed me intruders.
But we're friends. I mean, I'm talking to you. And these are my friends too. So
He likes it. His tail's wagging.
Okay. So I will set the pot of goose grease down in front of him, and I'm gonna pull the steak up. Oh wait, no, before I pull the steak up. The other guys, the ones that don't look like goblins, these guys right here. Everybody wave. These guys, these are my friends. Okay?
It's okay. It's going good with Max, but in this amount of time, the goblins have definitely got over their shock, and they're pissed off.
Okay.
So they run and grab their like shoddy weapons that were next to the fire, and they start marching towards you, shouting angry goblin things, like.
So I'll set the pot down, and I'll pull the steak up, and then I'll turn around and pull out my gore-drenched flail.
Ooh. Tell me about this gore-drenched flail.
It is a weight of 2, a damage of 4, and it says 46 to attack. So I guess
how much
just
of that weight is gore?
Mostly. I don't clean it off. I mean, it's kind of like it's like a trophy, like a point of pride. It's like, look at all this.
I believe
it's a well-seasoned flail.
Seasoned. I believe Ian gave us an extra point on our main weapon attacks just to kind of grease the adventure along last time.
Okay.
And I think that's why we have some 46s up in.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. I think last time you guys played, he changed a little bit of the actions economy and stuff, which is fine. The whole spirit of this game is make it your own and have some fun with it, Yeah. So yeah, gore drenched flail. Hey, I'm assuming it used to be a light weapon and now it's a heavy weapon because there's so much gore on it.
Yeah, it's just covered in dried blood.
Yeah.
Bits and everything.
Yeah. So you said what were you lifting? I'm sorry, what were you saying? You pulled something out?
The stake that was holding Max.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool. Okay, so
yeah, so just to recap, I'm putting the goose grease down for Max to eat. I'm gonna pull the steak up because he's coming with us.
As soon as you pull the steak up, the moment you pull the steak up, like a lightning bolt, he is on those goblins. And
All right.
the first one, it maybe takes 3 seconds, and he rips this guy to shreds. And you can tell there's a lot of pent up aggression here.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's like tearing this guy up, and then he like gets ready and he growls at the last one just takes off. He literally throws his weapon down and runs further into the cave.
Oh, that went well. Good job, Max. And I'll give him a good scratch.
And there's his tail wagging, you know.
Oh yeah. By the way, Max, we're looking for a little one smaller than us. The goblins took him from. They brought him in.
Yeah. The Baron's son. Yeah, codpiece.
You know an awful lot about what's going on. Yeah, him. Do you know where he's at?
He says, you know what? I haven't seen him. I've just heard him talking about him. But there's a weird smell that I picked up on in the last couple of days. Not you.
Oh, okay, good.
But he smells kind of like you.
Oh.
So I think maybe that might be the direction they have him.
You guys get that? Kind of knows where. No, you guys don't know.
I'm assuming you're gonna translate all this, or do you just want to leave him in the dark?
No. I'm gonna tell him as best as I can possibly translate from wolf to human to them.
Yeah. Okay.
He kind of knows where the guy is, and we could probably find him. He's somewhere in here when we can get going.
All right.
Max, I just want to let you know, you're a good guy. I like you. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to talk to you like this, but I really feel good about this bond we have. Scratch. All right. Come on.
All right. Cool. All right. Well,
now everyone else can play the game.
Yeah. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. All right. So I'm assuming you're going to kind of let him lead you where you want to go. I'm going to still describe the rooms and present the choices, but you can do what you like with it.
Yeah.
That way if there's other rooms. Okay, cool. So he in this room, now that the scene is cleared, you see that there's 2 paths, but he definitely points you down one. He says it's this way, so he's going to take you into the next room. He pauses so that I can do my room description. This room, you see more of those glowing blue mushrooms. They're small ones, and they kind of dot the walls and the ceilings, so the cave is starting to get this kind of soft, eerie blue glow. And you notice immediately the very distinct, acrid smell of goblin blood coming from just a little further in this cave complex. And you also notice in the glowing light, there's little silvery blue strands kind of starting to appear on the walls. And you realize that much of the ceiling in this room is covered with spider webs. And they're kind of going across the ceiling and leading further down into the tunnel, further into the cave complex. And and then there's one path to your left. There's a path pretty much directly in front of you. And then there's a path kind of almost like a U-turn to the right, so you have 3 paths in front of you, and he kind of sniffs around and he says, I think it's stronger this way. And he's sniffing around. He says, but I think there's some other stuff here too, but I can't tell what it is. So he's pointing you towards the rightmost path, but he's saying there's also some other stuff happening in there, but I can't tell what it is.
I'm going to relay this to everybody else in the group.
Yep. Do you just want to follow him, or do you want to explore a little, or it's up to you?
I think we should follow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, he's gonna cut you through a lot of this stuff. Okay, cool. So he's gonna head.
Real quick. Does the wolf also get our advantage by 1 die?
Are you worried we're gonna kill the wolf?
I think your wolf basically is a walking advantage.
Yeah.
Or could it be more of an advantage?
Yeah, you want him to be like, oh, wait a minute, let me draw you a map. You know. Okay, cool. So you guys, you take one of the tunnels that he suggests, and you head down like a short flight of stone steps, and he stops immediately at the bottom of the steps, and he says, "There's a lot of goblins here." And you look, and he's brought you into a huge cavern, and it's one of the main like gathering areas for the goblin camp, and it's like almost like the mines of Moria, you know, where there's like giant pillars, and it's like it's so far that you can't really see the edges of the room, except you notice right as you come out of the stair step, a few feet off to the side, there's a bedroll, and there's a sleeping goblin in the bedroll, and then a few feet past that, there's another one, you know, and it might be empty or not, you can't tell. And as you look around, you notice, oh, there's a tiny campfire over there, and there's a little pile of goblin shit over there, and there's someone's prized possession. It's like a stick with a rock on it over there. So you realize you found the main goblin camp area where they sleep or hang out. And without exploring further into the room, that's what you can see at the moment. But it's huge. You get the sense there's probably branches, there's probably things, but without at least taking some steps, that's pretty much what you can see right now.
Can we all hide? Oh wait, can we all hide for just a moment? I think I'm going to clear this room. Just everyone sit tight. What I would like to do is use my ability. Where was it? I just saw it. Sickly wind, or yeah.
Ooh, sickly wind, yeah.
Sickly wind. Everyone within 70 feet of the caster makes a body save test. Anyone that fails gets poisoned. 1d3 damage. So I would like to sickly wind this entire room.
Okay, keep in mind, you can do that, but it does specify everyone within 70 feet is going to have to make a body test.
I'm
Mr.
telling
Batchkey, I just want to point out that if you don't do this, I will be so disappointed in you.
Yeah,
I just told the party in character, sit back, hide. I'm gonna go clear the room.
Okay.
So I basically just oh gosh, I shouldn't have eaten all of that. They said it was as big as your head, the burrito, I mean. And they said if I finished it, I would get a t-shirt. And the spiciest part was the jalapenos on top. That sauce was nothing, and they never gave me the...
He became both Rick and Morty at the same time.
Yeah, it was impressive.
It was very good.
You're an inspiration.
A grade A dad joke right here.
So that's
God
how I
damn it.
clear the room.
That's the content they need to see. Yeah. Well, that definitely clears the room, I'll say that.
Hey, I'm looking at the numbers. We just got 20 more subscribers.
See, that's what they're here is burrito fart-based humor. See,
Yeah,
it connects everyone together. You
But
know?
I actually never got that t-shirt from the Hot Burrito Challenge at the local Columbus place. Just saying.
Oh no.
I mowed a shirt.
Instead of a t-shirt, they should have given you a diaper.
I mean, the hemorrhoids weren't too bad. So
All right, so you know what does it look like? Can you actually see this?
Well-
I'm curious.
So a wizard goes in there with his staff, grabbing at his belly, complaining. You heard the speech.
Yeah.
I don't need to go over that again.
Yeah.
I could if you really
all heard
want. So he goes in, and they're like obviously calling them over with his actions, like getting their attention. They're just like, oh well, the idiot came in here. We're gonna eat. What's wrong with him? I don't understand. I'm just a little goblin friend, buddy. I got a pointy thing. I guess I could stab him. And right as the closest one's getting ready to stab is where he just lets it all out.
Got it. Okay. So you were kind of drawing them all in with your speech.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, he
then
knew what he was
boom.
doing.
I like that. Okay, cool. I have never seen anyone use it in quite this way. And I love that. So I'm going to say that not only is there like a cloud of force that ripples out from you, and the goblins just fall over, but unbeknownst to you, the goblins that were also clinging to the rocks of the ceiling, sleeping like bats, they now fall from the ceiling and crash at your feet. And so as you clear the room, you're standing there with your staff in the air, and it starts raining goblin bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
And you know what? Maybe he's even doing like air guitar with his staff, right?
I love it.
So I love it. Yeah. All right. Well, and how about this? Because I'm a visual person. All the campfires are now glowing slightly green for some reason, right? So there's like kind of a greenish blue glow in this area. You have unexpectedly cleared this area of the several things that I was trying to pounce on you. So feel free to explore for the moment if you like, or you can. Oh, but here's the thing. Your atomic burrito that you just unleashed on this cave had an even greater effect on your wolf friend.
Oh no, not
And
around.
He does have a sensitive nose.
His nose is no use to you now.
Oh,
For at least a few minutes.
that's
But the wolf looks at you, Jasper,
Yeah, yeah.
and he looks betrayed. He is
Yeah.
like, man, you know I'm a wolf. You know what I got going on here. I was helping you with this nose. And he's just like,
I just look
Yeah.
at the wolf and like, I told you to hide while I cleared the room. What part of this did you not understand?
yeah.
He's wolf. I should have probably told him.
Yeah.
that-
No,
You should have
no.
translated that.
They understand more than what they let on. Just because they're non-verbal doesn't mean they
Yeah.
don't get it. Listen here, you little four-legged son of a bitch. And I
I'm
mean that your
listening.
mother is a nice woman.
I like that there's just a tiny bit of like conspiracy theorist mixed in with Jasper now. He's like, you understand. All right. So the wolf is going to stick close to you, Mr. Bloody Fist. He
Okay.
doesn't quite trust these other guys now, and he's not running off, but he's sticking close to you for the moment. All right. So you have a room full of sick, passed out goblins. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, they're just passed out?
Yeah.
Kill them all one by one.
If you want. If you want.
Time to
It's
start.
the Stablin.
Yeah,
Then
some
loot the
wolf
bodies.
Seems like a silly question. We stab them.
We debone
Okay.
all of the goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
baby.
Okay. So we're going to do like a Star Wars wipe.
Montage.
And then you basically just go to like, now you see Jasper standing in a pile of bloody goblin bones. And he's like, done.
All right, let's
So
divide
now
the
that you've-
bones.
Yeah, so now that you've done all of that, now that you just deboned a shitload of goblins,
I do make my turducken thing.
Mhm.
of course.
Max, I'm assuming you don't want to eat any of these goblins, right? I didn't think so. All right, yeah, no, they're foul. Yeah, how's that sniffer? How's that snoot doing? No, still. All right. That's all I got. There's a bunch of dead goblins and Max. And then you said that how many other ways were there to go?
I'm going to assume that while he was doing this disgusting thing, with the goblin bones, you were kind of scoping out the place.
Yeah.
So the flight of stairs you came down, it's a fairly like rectangular shaped room, and you guys came in from kind of the top right.
Okay.
So you came in from the top right. You can see that directly ahead of you, kind of against the other wall, you see a small, or you see two paths going in two opposite directions. From where you're standing at the stairway, if you look left, immediately to your left, oh, hi, kitty. Immediately to your left, you can see a stone stairway leading to a room, but then also just past that, you see another pathway where there's a rope bridge leading off into the darkness.
Can we roll to kind of see where the bones are leading us towards Codpiece?
Sure. Yeah, you know what? He's been constructing his big bone thing, and he rolls it, and you don't even have to roll. He's the rope bridge is giving you very strong codpiece vibes.
Nice. Before we go, I do make a mask. While he's deboning, I'm making a mask and cloak from goblin skins.
Oh wow. So is it convincing, or
is it tasteful? No.
Is it no. Is it like you're convincingly a goblin, or is it kind of like
No,
okay.
it is,
or is it more like a Leatherface thing?
It is 100% a Leatherface scenario.
Got it. Okay, cool. So just for the hell of it.
Well, and to intimidate goblins mostly, but yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
There's nothing good. I'm not doing anything good or pleasant.
Got it. Okay, cool. I like that. All right, so you get a sense that the rope bridge is kind of the way you need to go. But yeah, there are other avenues to explore. So just as a helpful little thing, I drew this. This is where you guys came in. You can see there's the large room. So there's the rope bridge leading downwards. Mm-hmm. There's the two paths you saw kind of in the distance. And there's the path that's kind of right next to you, closest to you, but you're not sure where it's leading. So path, rope bridge, path, path.
Perfect.
All right. You guys just heading straight for the rope bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am anyway.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So as you guys come to the rope bridge, let me see. All right. So as soon as you guys get close to this rope bridge, a few things hit you. One, the sound of rushing water. You definitely can hear what sounds like a river flowing underneath the rope bridge, and it sounds like a pretty powerful one too. Also, you notice the sounds of goblin revelry starting to come from further in the cave complex. So some kind of a wild party or celebration is going on. You can hear what passes for goblin music. You can hear, goblins shouting and drinking and
it's
fighting.
Orange Goblin, right? They're listening to Orange Goblin?
They are.
Yes.
So yeah, and you can faintly smell the scent of cooking meat coming from somewhere off in the distance.
It occurs to me that we've taken several extra hours to debone goblins.
That's what I was thinking.
No regrets.
Yeah.
But think of all the time we saved with just killing every goblin in that room at once.
That's
Come on.
Also very true.
It's like when I was taking a typing test in the first grade, and they didn't tell us that spelling errors wouldn't count off from your overall time. So then it just became smash, smash, smash. I can type at 400 words per minute.
All right, so we're standing. The party is standing at the. Do you call it a foot or a head of a bridge? I don't know. What do you call one end of the bridge?
The cockles.
There you go. The cockles of the bridge. Yeah. So you guys are standing at the bridge cockles.
Bridget, you look angry at me for
I
saying
just
that.
there's cockles.
Such a pleasant word. Yeah.
How is Max reacting to the rope bridge?
Excuse me. He has regained some of his sense of smell, and he's like, this feels like the right way. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, is he apprehensive to go across it, like, or is he?
Yeah. You know what? Even just looking at this bridge, you can tell that it has the typical level of goblin craftsmanship.
Okay.
Max also lets you know that this seems like a good direction, but the way these caves usually work is they're kind of interconnected by tunnels, and there's almost always more than one way into every room. So there you go. This is the strongest scent I get, but it's not the only one. That's probably because the air is flowing from several directions.
Okay. And
But
then,
that's like, he keeps giving you that warning like every room you ask him about, you know, because he's trying to be specific, but he's letting you know, hey, I'm a dog, I smell everything.
Gotcha. And I'll relay this, that, you know, the whole undertaking part of the caverns. So, do we want to go across the bridge? Bridge looks shitty. I can't swim.
Yeah, I'm gonna go across the bridge.
I'm gonna let him go first.
By all means.
All right. So Mr. Paladin is going first.
Yep.
All right, cool. Do me a favor, sir. Give me a D6 roll.
That's a 6.
Oh, all right. Okay.
My first pass roll of the night. I'm glad it's that one.
It was a good one. So as you go across, lots of creaking, lots of swinging, but you do make it across. And the room you're standing in, the cave is dark enough where they can't quite see what you can see. So you guys, there's a little bit of a divide between you guys, you know, not a physical wall or anything, but yeah.
They're back at the cockles. I'm at the taint.
There you go. Exactly. To be technical.
Taint.
Yeah.
I thought the taint was the part of the bridge you actually walk on.
The grundle.
No. That's
Correct.
Oh.
It's a little confusing, but this is what bridge engineers use. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
When you are a learned
Bridget
fellow.
didn't hire scientists. Okay,
Yeah.
we know this
Olden
stuff.
times. That's
All right,
Sometimes
so
I feel like whenever we have a guest on the show, we do our hardest to make sure they never make that mistake again. Okay, what do I see? What's up?
All right, so you see another huge chamber. All right, so you see a huge chamber, and off a little ways there's a bonfire, and there's some huge animal roasting on the bonfire, like as big as a horse, and it's sizzling, and there's like drops of fat dropping into the fire, and it's popping, and there's drunk goblins, and they'll run up and like pull a handful of horse meat and start chewing on it, and they have like their cracked bottles of goblin wine, and they're singing their goblin songs. There's several, half dozen or so goblins kind of just passed out, scattered around the room. There's, from like openings and side tunnels in the walls, you can hear even more partying echoing in from further in the chambers, so there's like even more goblins happening outside this room.
Sure.
And then almost a beeline all the way across the room, you can see the throne of the Goblin King. And you can see, now normally goblins are like 2 to 3 feet tall. The Goblin King is probably, it's hard to judge by his posture and his distance, but he's a good 7 feet tall. And in this light, he's kind of slumped on his throne, and your best guess is that he's probably not too alert, maybe from a lot of partying. And as he's kind of relaxing on his throne, he's in one arm, he's cuddling a giant brass hammer.
Okay.
And he's kind of leaning against it. And then next to his throne is a giant brass gong. Besides that, you can see that there's a few openings kind of around the room, tunnels, offshoots that lead, but you can't see into them or anything.
Guys, I have a quick question for y'all. I have two questions for you. First, Billy, these questions aren't for you. These are for my party.
Okay.
First question, how important is saving codpiece to you guys? Not your characters,
saving
but
Max right now on the list, so.
I mean, I would like to achieve the goal because that is what we've set out to do. So that is what my Charles brain tells me. We should save the child. That is our mission. What do you have? Sway me. I can be swayed.
So I have something that could conceivably work and be really cool. It could equally end in my very gruesome death. If it doesn't work, not only will I die, but the element of surprise will be gone. But I really want to do it.
And I'm all out of burritos. So...
What says the party before I consign us to this?
Well, in looking at time, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. So, yeah.
All right.
What would actor do?
Billy? Oh,
Yes, sir.
Billy? Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Just making sure.
Can you hear me?
Sir.
I stride into the center of the party, brandishing my mace above my head, and I begin orating. I begin extolling the virtues of pettiness, which I believe is a virtue that goblins celebrate. As I'm approaching, I'm just talking about how you can get the coolest stuff by being petty, cruel, and jealous. How without jealousy, you won't know whose stuff to take. That my god, Arduk, I believe, Arduk is the way to cool shit. And not only that, Arduk will lead us as a community, as brethren, as fellow acolytes in pettiness to raid the bossest shit. For instance, I got this mace. You think I got this fairly? No, Arduk led me to seduce my neighbor's wife and steal it while she was asleep from his armory. This is the gift of Arduk. See, Goblin King, mighty Goblin King. You are relaxing right now. You are enjoying a party while that dude over there, I point to a random goblin, is wearing really cool pants. Pants that some might say are cooler than yours. Arduk would never allow this. You should never allow this. We can band together, except for that guy. Fuck that guy. And we can get out of here and go raid in Arduk's name. I'm trying to mass convert goblins to Arduk's worship.
One, I love this idea. Two, goblins do not understand English. So they have been watching this strange flaming man
I see an issue with my plan.
speaking gibberish at them.
But he did it with such intensity. It should inspire them, no matter what language. It should break all those bounds.
Okay, think about this. Pick a language that... Okay, go ahead.
Can I roll something to see if Arduk's divine
I have
power
translated
will flow through my
skill.
words?
I have translated as a skill. Can I assist?
Okay,
And,
I like... And...
Okay,
Also,
so
couldn't Bloodfist assist with this, or not? Not Bloodfist. Kevin's character. He's still
Bloodfist.
got the ability.
Bloodfist.
Yeah.
No, but he
Bloodfist.
can only speak wolf.
Yes, he can only speak wolf.
Oh, I didn't know it was a choice.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to say I think it's funny. I want to say it is funny either way. If I just go in and ramble and gibberish to the goblins, it is equally funny if I start to, and then the wizard goes, "Wait, what's he doing? Ah, fuck!" And like dashes across the bridge and starts yelling in Goblin to translate.
yeah, so you want to start over a little bit just so I can like try and like catch back up?
Yeah, as soon as I see he is like yelling in Goblin to help translate, I will.
The wizard is like, this is why you discuss things. Don't just rush in.
So he runs that.
So good. Okay, you know what? Okay, wait a minute. Remind me.
We broke.
Okay. No, remind me. Were you trying to inspire the goblins to rebel, or were you trying to inspire the king to join you? What was the
I
goal?
am trying to mass convert the goblins to the worship of Marduk, for all of us to go and raid for cooler shit.
Raid whom?
At the beginning of this whole thing, you said there was a kingdom that was at odds with
Got it.
Worcestershire Salzburg.
Yes.
Fuck those
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
Up
Okay,
to
cool.
their hits and goblins.
Okay, here's what I think.
And Arduk would be totally into that pettiness.
Okay. I love half of this plan. So here's
That's better than usual.
so here's how it works out. The Duke, he strides out there, he makes this speech. It sounds real good, right? But no one knows what he's talking about. And then Jasper runs up behind him and he starts translating bits and pieces and shouting it out. So like half of your message is getting through. And some of the goblins, the lesser ones, they actually seem like, hey, this guy makes sense, because you're basically saying, take what you want. And that's kind of the goblin way, right? But the Goblin King already believes this and already does this, and now sees you as a threat to his place as the Goblin King. So, Mr. Big Gob, that's his name, he gets up off his throne and comes to his full height, which is closer to 8 feet now that you're seeing it. And he picks up his brass hammer and he kind of stomps it on the cave floor. And all the goblins kind of go silent and look at him. And because that's like his signal to get attention. And he says one word. He points at the Duke and he says, "Dinner!" And all the goblins start to surround you. And they start to encircle you.
I say, that's how you want to play it, is it? I nudge my translator, who is going to die with me now.
Yeah.
All right, so
And I pull the goblin face mask over my face.
he does that, and I go, yeah. Pointing at the Goblin King. Basically, I'm saying to them, look, you want dinner? We're small. We're tiny. That guy's fucking fat and juicy. What's more appetizing to you
Very
right now?
good.
Us or him?
I like it.
So good.
So you're Jasper is trying to convince the goblins to turn against the Goblin King.
Yeah, and that's what he
Yeah.
said.
Yes.
Like, he's saying that, not me.
I'm the messenger. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Jasper,
Mhm.
roll me a d6, and yes, just one, and add your luck score to it.
7.
Ooh, okay. Mr. B, roll me 2d6, just flat.
Okay. Now, let's say,
Oh, it's
I see
time.
where this is going. Yeah.
let's say that
Mhm.
now hear me out.
Just for discussion's sake,
I
right?
do have, you at the beginning of this, you told us to always try to add our skills,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
my skill is oration and religious ceremonies,
Ooh.
which is why I've been liturgizing and trying to
Yeah,
convert
yeah.
everyone. That do anything for me, bud?
Okay, here's the thing. Because this is a non-standard type of roll that I'm making up on the spot. So, tell you what, roll one more d6 and then drop the highest.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
So what do you got?
Well, I got a 2.
Okay, so then what do you have for your two other die? Nice.
I got 2 1s and a 4.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's actually very good. Because what I was doing was the number that Jasper rolled was, I think, 6?
7.
7.
Yeah,
Oh, because you
5
added
points.
your... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the number of goblins that you convinced to turn against him.
Ah,
And
nice.
Mr. B, that is the number of goblins that remained loyal to him.
Interesting.
So, now the camp is divided. And
Love
you
it.
have 7 goblins have now kind of turned and are standing kind of on your side. And then 2 of the goblins are, we'll just say, the closest 2 to the Goblin King, because out of self-preservation, you know? And they're like, we're not going anywhere, boss.
I mean, they're going to be in the bone pile. That's where they're going.
And me and Bridget are on the other side of the bridge, right?
That's
haven't
up to you.
come
Yeah,
across.
oh my gosh, you guys never even entered the room.
No.
So,
Y'all can just leave.
you know what's so funny? I'm picturing it like a movie where this crazy shit has been going on, right? And you guys are just like, oh, it's getting worse and worse. And then it cuts back to you two on the other side of the bridge.
But the
And you're
wolf
like,
just like
yeah, and you're like, how do you think it's going? I'm like,
Yeah.
I hope it's
I
good.
want to picture Bloodfist like slowly reaching into his pack and pulling out a Capri Sun.
Little juice box.
Yeah, he's doing like Drax when he was eating the chip.
Yeah, I get that
Exactly.
rat jerky. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got some rat jerky we can share. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I,
totally having like a relaxed out of battle moment, just like, you know, oh, how's your mom's bad hip, you know? Like,
Occasionally,
cut
And
back.
then
And I'm like, and I
occasionally the
guess that's
sound
why
of-
I've never been in a serious relationship. You know.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and every so
He's
often
like,
the sound of Patchkey screaming in Goblin carries across the bridge.
Just look
yeah.
over to, blood wine? Yeah, they're probably good over there. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys got Max in between you, and you're like both scratching him on the neck, and
This is
yeah,
very good.
yeah. And then you
I would
cut
also
back.
not
You cut back to
join us.
Pashke. Pashke's sweating and translating, and like, don't eat me, don't eat me. All right. Well,
Jasper's been through worse.
he has.
Yeah.
This is nothing.
Before I throw this big goblin army together, do we need to take a pause or anything? I know we're kind of running up on time. I don't want to push you guys too late.
No, we'll when we get to about 10:20, that's in about 15 minutes, we'll be calling it a night.
All right.
So if you
All right.
need to just murder us, that's
Yeah,
usually
yeah,
what Ian does.
Let's,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's introduce the fan to the shit then. All right, so you have your little goblin army you've converted, and he has his 2 goblins, and he, yeah, you know what? Big Gob is not a man of subtlety. So he actually like starts kind of run/galloping towards you while holding his big hammer. And he's making a beeline for the paladin. So he's just going to jump right into it.
Okay.
Why don't you, John and Mr. Paschke, roll me initiative? And that's 1d6 plus your spirit score.
Oh, hell yeah. I got a 7 that time.
Oh, nice.
4.
7, 4, and that's a 4 total?
4 total.
Okay. You actually tied with Big Gob. So I'm going to have you go before him.
Okay.
All right. So Duke, you are up first in the order.
All
And
right.
I'll just say it, since I'm a kind of benevolent DM, unless you guys send some kind of a signal back, they're still chilling, eating beef jerky on the other side of the bridge.
Having a great time.
Yeah. All right. So John,
I
you're
am
up.
a little busy to be sending signals.
Exactly. Yeah.
As he comes at me, I pull out my mace once again. As I do, a scroll falls out of my belt unnoticed by me. And I'll let you know what that says a little bit later. As I charge forward to meet him, I shout, not in Goblin, not in English, but in my my own like holy language of Ardut. My mace is so much cooler than yours.
I like that.
I am using fucking dice that are hard to read. Oh snap! Okay, I got one. I got 6.
And what are you? You all right over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. You rolled a success, but what are you actually doing? You swinging at him, or?
Oh yeah, I'm swinging. I'm swinging.
All right.
That
cool.
is 3 damage.
All right, cool. Does it have any like special abilities added or anything? No.
No. I mean,
Okay.
it does, but only flavor wise.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. All right,
So
cool.
flavorful mace.
Yeah, you smash him. He's not even trying to evade you. He's just all about strength. So yeah, you smash him. Boom, good. And that's one action. You have one more.
Oh, that's right. I will as I smash, I kind of fall, I smash and then fall back, and I'm going to lift my actually I have a let's see.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Okay, no, go ahead. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, I will use I will fall back away from him and make a mind attack
Ooh, I like that. What are you gonna
with
do?
my holy symbol. No 6 that time.
Okay. So you do something and nothing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Next up, Mr. Paschke.
All right. So I'm burn again. I'm gonna burn again because I mean, my other option is, do I have another big fart in me? It's been a minute. Nerves are at play. Stomachs get
Yeah.
upset when this happens. So I think I
You're
could
swallowing
argue.
a lot of air-speaking goblin.
I think I
Yeah.
could argue the case that I could either rip another big one, or I could just cast burn. I think we have enough other goblins on our side. I don't want to kill the entire party. So I think burn is the logical course of action on this one.
All right. Do you mean immolate or is it labeled as burn on your thing?
B-U-R-N, burn. Cost 1 mana. Target of the spell is inflamed.
1d3 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's the older name, but it's fine. It's what
Oh,
I just-
okay.
Okay, cool. Let me just say, also don't forget that if you do feel like you're running out of options, also get creative with maybe the environment or anything around you. This is the kind of game, everything is fair game, you know?
Right.
So, all right, so you're going to cast Immolate on who? On Big Gob?
Yeah, big gob.
Okay, cool. Give me a roll, please.
Okay. Roll to hit or
To hit, yeah.
yeah. So that would be what? Last time you didn't have me roll for
Spirit.
burn. Spirit.
You roll spirit, yeah. And then if it is successful, you do 1d3 burn damage.
Okay. So it's a 1, so I roll 1 dice plus the other 2, or just 1?
Oh, your spirit is a 1?
Yeah.
You just roll 1 die.
Okay, I rolled a 5.
All right. That does not succeed, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? He's a big dude, but he's way faster than you expect.
Okay.
And you fire off your spell, but it sails right past him. He's like Mike Tyson, where you see this big dude, you know, but then also he's lightning fast. So he just zips right by.
So question
yeah.
Question for you on what Blood Pact does. Is that on? Can I just pick Goblin, or do I have to pick that Goblin over there, Jerome? You know him.
No, it's anyone in the vicinity can activate it. It's a passive ability. The ability he's asking about, Blood Pact, is a passive ability, so it's just always on. And the way it works is any NPC dies while they have the bleed status, which is a status you can afflict in a lot of different ways. They now heal your character because you have this Blood Pact where their death means you're healing. So an NPC who dies near you heals you for 1, and a player character who dies near you heals you for 2.
Okay, I would like to engage Blood Pact.
Mm-hmm. It's always on. You're good.
Fantastic.
The operative thing, though, is that they need to have been afflicted with the bleed status.
And how do I do this? I assume I have not given them that status. Okay.
There's a few abilities that can inflict it. There's a few different items and weapons. So you know what I'll say is, how about your wizard staff?
Mm-hmm.
How about this? On the end of it, it has some cool wizardy shit like like shards of crystal, right? So
Okay.
if you want to use this staff as a melee attack, I will say that on a successful attack, it can also apply the bleed status.
All right, I like
If that makes sense.
That does
Kind of
make
a
sense.
like a serrated crystal top
Mhm.
to the staff. That way, it also gives you more things you can do, more versatility. You know, you can get in there and whoop it up close range if you want to try.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So am I close enough to a opposing goblin to attack it?
Yeah. Why not?
All
If not Big Gob, then definitely one of his minions, because they're trailing behind him.
All right, then I will whack at one of the minions to try and give them the lead status.
All right. Give me you know what, this is an easy one. I'm just gonna actually say, because I think it's cool and I want to see it. I'm gonna say you whack the nearest goblin, and you only do 1 damage because you're not a very beefy guy. You do 1 damage, but he now has the bleed status.
Okay.
In this room, basically. Boom, you get a little heal out of it. Cool.
Cool.
And I was going to add something, but I'll let you figure that part out. All right, cool. I think that's both of your actions.
Yes.
All right, cool. Now is Big Gob. He is solely focused on the Duke. He does not like that you tried to turn his little guys against him. So he is going to use Crash, which is one of his abilities. He's going to literally just charge into you. Hey, puppy. He's going to charge into you just like a wild animal and try to knock you down. So he's just bum rushing you with his body to try to like shoulder check you and knock you over. So you can either try to deftly dodge or maybe block with your body.
I got a big old tower shield.
All right, cool. Then go ahead and give me a body roll, but, and this is the introduction of one of the more advanced things. Big Gob he's what's known as a rank 2 character. So when you're rolling to like oppose something that he's doing, you subtract 2 dice from that. So go ahead and give me your roll for your tower shield block, but do
Well, then
2
I
less
don't-
dice.
I only have 2, so
Okay, well, you're always going to roll a minimum of 1, so just keep it to 1 then.
okay. I did not pass.
All right. He knocks you down to the ground. It doesn't do damage to you, but it does knock you prone. And then for his second attack, he's actually just going to slash at you with a little, it's actually like almost comically small knife he has on his belt. He still has his big hammer in his other hand, but he takes his little knife and he slashes at you with it.
Can I do anything about that since I'm prone?
You can maybe try to block it, or you can maybe try to roll out of the way, or
Yeah, I'll try to block it.
maybe try to like kick him in the nuts so it blocks him. I don't know. Get creative with it.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to use zap. I'm going to try to
Ooh.
zap the hand holding the knife
Okay.
to cause him to be unable to swing it.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
So that is nope. No successes.
Oh no. Do you know what? Do me a favor. He's so close to you. Go ahead and roll 1 more dice.
No.
Oh no! All right. So that was a good try, but yeah, he slashes at you. It does 2 damage. So mark that on your sheet, please. And you also have the bleed status because as small as that knife was, unless
I burn a point of armor.
there you go. You can do
Why
that.
don't you just take the bleed status, John? What's wrong with you having the bleed status? Buddy.
Some blood?
Yeah, you're fine.
It's fine.
Never trust a wizard, right?
Never ever.
Did you guys ever read Wizard's First Rule? It was the first book in Sword of Truth, I think. Anyways, it was called Wizard's First Rule because this guy is like apprenticing to be a wizard, and the senior wizard tells him the first rule of being a wizard: people are stupid, so trick them when you can.
Nice.
Exactly.
So Pashki was adhering to it. I like that. All right. So did you say you're gonna soak it with armor?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And I'll say, since it's a slashing attack and everything, that blocks the status as well.
Cool.
All right. And then, yeah. All right. That's it for Big Gob. John, you're back up in the order.
All right. He is right over me.
Yeah.
So, I am going to.
Man.
You know what I'm going to say too? Hold on. Let me interrupt you real quick. Let's just say that the commotion is enough so that it has gotten Max the Wolf's attention. And he's on the other side of the bridge, but he's definitely agitated and kind of telling you guys like, something's going on. Something's going on. Something's going on.
Your
And
dog.
You keep saying something's going on. We should probably go check on these guys. I mean, they've been gone for what? About 2
Too long.
minutes, 2-3 minutes, I guess.
Long enough to get in trouble, right?
Yeah, exactly. Shall we?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm out of rat jerky, so might as well.
All right. After you.
I think we should send the wolf first.
I like that.
Max, do you want to go across the bridge?
He's already prancing across.
Prancing. Okay, he's
What
such
a
a fancy boy.
dummy.
Yeah.
And following suit.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we're gonna we'll cut back to John, and I'm just gonna stick you guys in at the bottom of the turn order. All right. All right, John, you're up.
All right. I'm going to swing my mace up into his junk.
All right. That's an easy one. Yeah. Oh.
Nope. No successes.
You know what? You don't even need to roll for that one. His junk is unpleasantly close to you, so
Well, now
Yeah.
it's unpleasantly crushed by a flaming mace.
there you go. All right. Remind me how much your mace
That has
does.
3 points of damage to the cock the
All right.
cockles.
And he's
To his
definitely
sprundle.
going to use his armor to soak that.
He might, but I am going to swing again.
All right. All right.
Oh, and a success that time.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. That actually, he soaks it again, but now he's out of armor.
Hooray!
Yeah. All right. Mr. Pashke, you are up.
All right, so burning, not the best decision I think I've made this game. I would dare call that a mistake. But what I would like to do is whop another goblin to make sure that they're bleeding. I'm trying to bleed as many goblins that are against me.
Very smart.
Roll.
Yeah.
So that would be my wizard staff. So what did I roll last time? I'm sorry.
Just roll body. It's like a melee attack.
Body. All right. So what do I roll when I have a 0?
You always roll at least 1, just so
Okay.
you get something to roll.
4.
All right. You know what? If you want to get devious with it,
So with my left hand?
you have a few friendly goblins now who are even closer to you.
Do I
If
want
you,
to?
yeah, if you want to take a poke at them, not only would it be easier to hit them, but since they are friendly, it will heal you for more if they die. It's up to you.
How evil is Jasper?
Exactly.
Honestly, like right now, I don't see it. I don't know. I hit the smallest one, the smallest, most likely to die one. That way, like, if he tries to retaliate, it's not going to be a big deal.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's an easy one. You know, I'm gonna say he's even like he's looking at the action distracted, so you get him right in the back.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
Translation. Careful, little buddy. Watch out for those falling rocks.
Yeah, he sees the bloody end of your wizard staff and he's not super convinced. But there it is.
Okay. Well, you
All
know.
right. Was that your turn or do you have one more thing?
I think that was my second. My first one whiffed, and then you let me
Oh, that's
hit one
great.
of my own guys. So
Gotcha. Okay. Next up is Big Gob. One of his cool actions is that if he begins his turn within melee range of a prone enemy, he gets a free attack on that enemy. So he is going to try to smash the Duke with his big hammer. So you can either and you know what? I'll say that you do have a big tower shield. So if you did want to block with it and just kind of pull it over your body, go ahead and add a dice to that.
Actually, I think what I want to do is try to roll through his legs. Oh, actually, holy shit. I do not do that. He crushes my skull like an overripe melon because we are out of time.
Oh. And down goes the Duke.
Down
All right.
goes the Duke.
R.I.P.
Yeah. And you know, seeing that happen right in front of them, I think that the goblin converts that you had, they're definitely shaken.
Probably. I recommend the rest of you just run for it and live with your cowardice.
I can fart. I can fart again.
That's something.
Yes, you can.
All right.
But yes, we have played right up into the second. This is a fun game,
great.
full of cool art. Billy, can people order this now that like I know you got the proof in hand, which
Mhm.
means I'm sure you're about to do your full production order. God, it's a beautiful book.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That's the hardcover edition that has, I want to say, 20 extra pages.
30
30 extra pages to the
Yeah.
soft cover.
Yep.
Highly recommend. I know I got mine pre-ordered during the Kickstarter. Can people still get in on this and order a copy?
Yeah, they absolutely can. So there will be two ways to do that. There's going to be Drive-Thru RPG, which they can do a print-on-demand copy. And I always like to be completely honest. So I'm going to say I've compared the drive-through quality with other companies' quality, and it's pretty damn good, but I feel like I'm also ordering about 100 copies of my own through a different company. So you have two options. If you go to billyblueart.com and you order the book through the Shopify store I set up, you're going to get one of the copies that is a little better. The color's a little better, I think. It's not so washed out. Or if you don't mind and you just want your copy, go to Drive-Thru. They handle it quick, easy. They do the shipping and everything, and there you go. So there's two ways, Drive-Thru or billyblueart.com. The Drive-Thru option, they're kind of slow, especially lately. I don't know, something's making them lag. They might not quite be up to date yet, but yeah, it should be any day now that they're able to take orders. But if you go to my Shopify, you can put in orders right now, and I'll send it to you when I get it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So otherwise, Bridget, do you have a I don't have a announcement page today. Bridget, do you have some books that just came out, I believe?
I do. Excuse me, of course, now the cough's starting. Fish Gather to Listen came out on the 2nd, and The Darkness Beyond the Stars came out on August 31st. So those are both available everywhere books are sold.
All right, cool.
Very cool.
Nice.
You can obviously, when you are not catching him here, you can catch Kevin on Whale to the Face, the Mark Borg live actual play. As for me, you are aware that my book, All I Want Is to Take Shrooms and Listen to the Color of Nazi Screams, is out now. It's getting positive reviews. That makes me feel great. What you may not know is my upcoming book, No Guilt of Bloodshed, a Jewish splatter western with more severed cockles than you can shake a burlap sack at, is currently number 3 on horror western new releases and number 13 for overall horror westerns on Amazon. You can pre-order that right now. No Guilt of Bloodshed. It comes out on the 19th, and it is a banger, if I do say so myself. Obviously, we have Pure Hate from Wrath James White coming out in, oh my goodness, in October. We are hoping that we are gearing up for a surprise release of a new solo RPG this month. That would be Red Room by Alexi Vela and myself. It is a solo RPG about running a snuff film operation. So it is extremely gory and fairly transgressive. It's a cool game. I hope you'll check it out. Billy, thank you so much for joining us today. We had a great time with you.
Thank you. It was a real pleasure.
TLDRPG is, like you said, available on Drive-Thru RPG or through Billy's Shopify store. Highly recommend you do those things. You can also check out my interview with Billy if you want to go back in the archives on the VODs and randomly generated encounters. You can see us talk about the game ad nauseum. I think that's all we have to say tonight. We will be back next week. Thank you so much for joining us on this consensual journey we call Wandering Monster. I am John Baldisberger.
I'm Bridget Brave.
I'm Kevin Welch.
I'm Mr. Paschke, and
I'm Billy Blue.
As I said, we will be back next week. Until then, if you cannot wait, do not worry. Bridget knows a shortcut.